Overcoming the kilesas. In Buddhist teachings, wisdom is regarded as a powerful tool for overcoming the kilesas, mental defilements or unwholesome qualities, and ultimately attaining liberation from suffering. Wisdom can help dispel ignorance and delusion, which are at the root of these mental defilements. Understanding impermanence anicca. Wisdom involves recognizing the impermanent nature of all things. When you understand that nothing is permanent, you become less attached to fleeting pleasures, possessions, and circumstances. This wisdom reduces attachment and the suffering that arises from clinging to impermanent things. Wisdom, often referred to as panna in Buddhism, is considered one of the three pillars of the path to enlightenment, along with ethical conduct sila and concentration samadhi. Wisdom, particularly the insight into impermanence, acts as an antidote to the kilesas. Anicca is one of the three marks of existence, which also include dukkha, suffering, and anatta, not self. The understanding of impermanence is closely related to the nature of suffering. Recognizing that all things, including our experiences and emotions, are impermanent helps us accept the transient and unsatisfactory nature of life. The kilesas often arise from attachment and craving for things that are impermanent, whether it's attachment to material possessions, relationships, or a particular self-identity. The wisdom of impermanence helps us let go of these attachments, reducing the influence of the kilesas. Understanding impermanence leads to equanimity, which is a balanced and calm state of mind. When we accept the impermanent nature of all things, we become less prone to the emotional ups and downs that the kilesas often fuel. Practices such as mindfulness and insight meditation vipassana are essential for developing wisdom and deepening one's understanding of impermanence. These practices help individuals directly observe the changing nature of their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Understanding impermanence is intertwined with the concept of anatta, or not self. Realizing that there is no permanent, unchanging self helps in reducing ego-driven kilesas like pride and conceit. Wisdom derived from the insight into impermanence can lead to personal transformation and liberation from suffering. It helps individuals break free from the cycle of samsara, the cycle of birth and death, and attain enlightenment nirvana. Recognizing suffering dukkha. Wisdom helps you understand the inherent suffering, or unsatisfactoriness dukkha in life. By recognizing suffering, you can acknowledge the futility of seeking lasting happiness in material or external sources. This understanding can lead to a reduction in craving and desire. Wisdom is considered a catalyst for understanding the nature of suffering and ultimately transcending it. Dukkha is the first of the Four Noble Truths, a fundamental teaching in Buddhism. Recognizing suffering is at the starting point of this path. It involves acknowledging that suffering is an inherent aspect of life, and that it rises from various sources, including attachment, craving, and ignorance. Ignorance of ija is a primary source of the kilesas. Wisdom, as the opposite of ignorance, is cultivated by recognizing suffering and understanding its causes. This recognition helps individuals move away from delusion and ignorance. Many kilesas arise from attachment and craving. Recognizing suffering and its connection to attachment enables individuals to work on letting go of these harmful attachments, which can lead to a reduction in the influence of the kilesas. The recognition of suffering in oneself and others fosters empathy and compassion. Wisdom allows individuals to connect with the suffering of others and respond with kindness and support, reducing negative kilesas like anger or ill will. Practices such as mindfulness and introspection are integral to the cultivation of wisdom. Recognizing suffering involves a mindful examination of one's experiences, emotions, and thought patterns. Wisdom, developed through recognizing suffering, can lead to liberation from the cycle of suffering and rebirth, samsara. It helps individuals achieve enlightenment and reach a state of lasting peace and happiness, nirvana. Realizing non-self anatta, there is no unchanging, permanent self or soul. This understanding challenges the ego's illusions and reduces the attachment to a fixed self-identity, which can alleviate mental defilements related to self-conceit and self-centered desires. Wisdom is considered a liberating force that helps individuals understand the true nature of reality. Realizing non-self is a core component of this wisdom. Anatta, along with dukkha, suffering, and anicca, impermanence, forms the three characteristics of existence in Buddhism. Realizing non-self is a crucial aspect of these characteristics and is central to the path of insight and enlightenment. Many kilesas, such as pride, conceit, and attachment to self-identity, are rooted in a strong sense of ego or self. Realizing non-self involves recognizing that there is no permanent, unchanging self or soul. This understanding diminishes the influence of ego-driven kilesas. Anatta implies that there is no inherent self, to which we can attach our desires, fears, or aversions. Recognizing this can lead to a reduction in the attachment-related kilesas, including craving and aversion. The realization of non-self can lead to increased compassion and altruism. When we understand that others, like ourselves, lack a permanent self, we are more inclined to empathize with their suffering and extend kindness and support. Wisdom is cultivated through practices like mindfulness and insight meditation, vipassana. These practices allow individuals to directly experience the transient and non-self nature of their thoughts, emotions, and experiences. Realizing non-self is closely tied to the liberation from suffering. When one understands that suffering arises from the attachment to a false sense of self, they can work toward a state of inner peace and liberation from the cycle of suffering, samsara. Cultivating mindfulness. Wisdom is closely linked to mindfulness, sati. Mindfulness involves being fully present and aware of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. By observing your mind, you can identify kilesas as they arise and apply wisdom to recognize their transient and unsatisfying nature. Wisdom involves insight into the true nature of reality. Mindfulness is a tool that enables this insight. By fostering clear awareness of one's experiences, mindfulness helps individuals recognize the arising of kilesas in their minds. By mindfully observing their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, practitioners can identify unwholesome mental states like greed, hatred, and delusion. Mindfulness encourages non-reactive awareness. When individuals observe their kilesas with mindfulness, they can avoid immediate impulsive reactions and instead respond with wisdom and discernment. Mindfulness aids in reducing attachment and craving. By mindfully observing their desires and attachments, individuals can develop an understanding of impermanence and the unsatisfactory nature of clinging to worldly things, which helps reduce kilesas related to attachment. Mindfulness keeps individuals anchored in the present moment. When they are fully present, they are less likely to dwell on past regrets or future worries, which can trigger certain kilesas. Mindfulness often includes reflection and introspection. This reflective aspect contributes to wisdom. By encouraging individuals to contemplate the causes and consequences of their actions and mental states, mindfulness fosters equanimity, a balanced and non-reactive attitude toward all experiences. This equanimity reduces the influence of kilesas like aversion and craving. Mindfulness practices such as mindfulness meditation vipassana, are integral to developing insight and wisdom. These practices promote a deeper understanding of the three characteristics of existence: anicca, dukkha, anatta, and the impermanent, unsatisfactory, and non-self nature of all phenomena. Understanding cause and effect karma. Wisdom involves understanding the law of karma, which teaches that actions have consequences. Recognizing the ethical implications of your actions can lead to more wholesome behavior and a reduction in mental defilements rooted in unwholesome actions. Wisdom involves insight into the nature of causality and the law of karma. This wisdom allows individuals to understand the consequences of their actions and intentions. Recognizing karma involves understanding the moral consequences of one's actions. Wisdom helps individuals discern between wholesome kusala and unwholesome akusala actions, allowing them to make more skillful choices. Wisdom leads to the reduction of unwholesome actions. As individuals gain a deeper understanding of the karmic repercussions of their behavior, they become less likely to engage in actions that lead to negative kilesas, such as hatred, greed, and ignorance. Understanding karma is closely tied to ethical behavior sila. Wisdom helps individuals cultivate a sense of moral responsibility and make choices that align with virtuous conduct, reducing the influence of kilesas that arise from unethical actions. Wisdom encourages mindful reflection on one's actions and intentions. By reflecting on their behavior and its ethical implications, individuals can develop a deeper understanding of karma and its relationship to the kilesas. Wisdom fosters detachment from the outcomes of one's actions. Understanding that one cannot control all external results leads to a reduction in kilesas related to craving, aversion, and disappointment. Wisdom encourages the cultivation of equanimity. When individuals understand the law of karma, they are better able to maintain emotional balance in the face of life's ups and downs, reducing kilesas like anger and anxiety. Wisdom is cultivated through meditation and insight practices that explore the interplay between karma, actions, and consequences. These practices deepen an individual's understanding of the law of karma. Overcoming ignorance avidya. The core kilesa is ignorance avidya. Wisdom is the antidote to ignorance. By developing insight and wisdom, you can gradually dispel ignorance, leading to greater clarity, understanding, and reduced defilements. Wisdom involves insight into the true nature of reality. Overcoming ignorance is central to this insight, as ignorance is considered the root cause of suffering and the kilesas. In Buddhist teachings, ignorance is the first link in the chain of dependent origination, paticca samuppada. By overcoming ignorance, one can break this chain and ultimately free themselves from suffering and the kilesas. Wisdom cultivates awareness and mindfulness. Overcoming ignorance involves recognizing and acknowledging one's mental states, habits, and patterns. Wisdom allows individuals to see through the delusions created by ignorance. Ignorance is synonymous with delusion or confusion about the true nature of reality. Wisdom helps individuals dispel this delusion. By understanding the three characteristics of existence, anicca, dukkha, anatta, and the impermanent, unsatisfactory, and non-self nature of all phenomena, wisdom supports clear perception and discernment. As ignorance is replaced by wisdom, individuals develop a clearer, more accurate view of the world, reducing the influence of kilesas like delusion, wrong views, and attachment to wrong beliefs. Overcoming ignorance involves understanding the law of karma and the consequences of one's actions. Wisdom allows individuals to make choices based on a deep understanding of ethical consequences, reducing unwholesome kilesas rooted in unethical behavior. Wisdom helps individuals let go of these attachments by understanding that the objects of attachment are impermanent and devoid of a permanent self. Wisdom, developed by overcoming ignorance, leads to liberation from suffering. It is through wisdom that individuals can attain enlightenment, nirvana, and free themselves from the cycle of suffering samsara. Applying the Noble Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path, a central teaching in Buddhism, consists of right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. These path factors guide individuals in cultivating wisdom and ethical conduct, which counteract the kilesas. Wisdom, panna, is one of the three components of the Noble Eightfold Path. Along with ethical conduct sila and mental discipline samadhi, wisdom forms the foundation of the path and serves as a guiding principle for all the other factors. Right view is the first factor of the Noble Eightfold Path. It involves developing an accurate understanding of the Four Noble Truths, the three characteristics of existence anicca, dukkha, anatta, and the law of karma. This right view helps individuals overcome the kilesas by providing a clear framework for understanding the nature of suffering and the path to its cessation. Right intention focuses on cultivating wholesome and skillful intentions. This factor helps individuals reduce the influence of unwholesome kilesas, such as greed, hatred, and delusion, by replacing them with compassionate, loving, and wise intentions. The ethical conduct aspect of the Noble Eightfold Path promotes virtuous behavior and the avoidance of harm to oneself and others. This ethical behavior reduces the impact of kilesas related to harmful actions and unwholesome behavior. The mental discipline component encourages concentration, meditation, and the development of a calm, focused mind. By cultivating mental discipline, individuals can reduce the influence of kilesas that arise from restlessness, distraction, and mental agitation. Right mindfulness involves developing present moment awareness and observing one's thoughts, feelings, and sensations without attachment or aversion. This practice helps individuals recognize and release unwholesome kilesas as they arise. Right effort is about the active cultivation of positive mental states and the prevention of unwholesome ones. It helps individuals work diligently to reduce the influence of kilesas and develop wisdom. Right concentration is the development of one-pointedness of mind. Through meditation, it deepens wisdom by providing insight into the true nature of reality and helps in overcoming kilesas related to distraction and mental instability. Guidance from a teacher. Seeking guidance from a qualified teacher who possesses wisdom and experience in Buddhist practice can help you navigate the path of wisdom and overcome mental defilements. Experienced Buddhist teachers often possess deep insights and wisdom gained through their own practice and study. They can transmit this wisdom to their students, helping them understand the nature of suffering, the path to liberation, and the role of the kilesas in human suffering. A skilled teacher can clarify and interpret Buddhist teachings, which can be complex and nuanced. This ensures that students have a clear understanding of key concepts related to the kilesas and their eradication. Teachers provide practical guidance on how to apply Buddhist principles in everyday life. This guidance may include meditation techniques, ethical conduct, and strategies for dealing with specific kilesas like anger, desire, or ignorance. Wise and experienced teachers often serve as role models. Their embodiment of the Buddhist path can inspire students and show them how to live with wisdom and compassion. A good teacher can offer personalized advice tailored to an individual's specific challenges and needs in overcoming the kilesas. This one-on-one guidance can be especially valuable. Teachers guide students in ethical and moral matters, helping them develop virtuous conduct that counters the influence of unwholesome kilesas. Meditation is a key tool for developing wisdom and insight. Teachers can offer meditation instruction and guidance, helping students cultivate mindfulness, concentration, and insight into the nature of the kilesas. A skilled teacher often embodies qualities of empathy and compassion, which are antidotes to kilesas like anger and hatred. Through their presence, they demonstrate how to respond to difficulties with equanimity and kindness. Teachers often facilitate the formation of a spiritual community, providing a supportive environment in which students can share their experiences, challenges, and successes in overcoming the kilesas. A teacher can offer feedback and accountability, helping students assess their progress, make necessary adjustments, and stay on the path of wisdom and liberation. Patience and perseverance. Developing wisdom and overcoming the kilesas is a gradual process that requires patience and perseverance. It's important to persist in your efforts to cultivate wisdom and reduce mental defilements. Wisdom is often developed over time through consistent and patient practice. Patience allows individuals to persist in meditation and self-reflection, eventually leading to insight into the nature of the mind and the kilesas. Patience enables individuals to observe the impermanence, anicca, of mental states and external circumstances. This observation is crucial for understanding the ever-changing nature of the kilesas and the impermanence of all phenomena. Perseverance and patience are necessary when encountering discomfort or challenges during meditation or self-inquiry. By enduring discomfort and aversion with patience, individuals learn to let go of attachments and aversions associated with the kilesas. Patience allows individuals to acknowledge and understand the frustration that may arise when dealing with the kilesas. This self-understanding is essential for developing wisdom and discernment. Patience fosters equanimity, a balanced and non-reactive attitude toward all experiences. Equanimity reduces the influence of kilesas related to attachment and aversion. Instead of acting on immediate, unwholesome impulses, individuals can respond with wisdom and discernment. Perseverance in ethical conduct is necessary for reducing the influence of unwholesome kilesas. Patience supports individuals in maintaining virtuous behavior, even in challenging situations. Patience and perseverance are essential in meditation practice, where progress often occurs gradually. Through ongoing meditation, individuals can deepen their wisdom and insight into the kilesas. Patience and perseverance allow individuals to learn from setbacks and obstacles they encounter on the path. These setbacks provide valuable opportunities for self-reflection and growth in wisdom. Perseverance and patience reflect a deep commitment to the Buddhist path. This commitment is essential for developing wisdom, as it motivates individuals to continue their practice and maintain their ethical conduct and mental discipline. In summary, wisdom in Buddhism is a transformative force that can help individuals overcome the kilesas. By challenging delusion, ignorance, and attachment, it leads to a deeper understanding of the nature of reality and the path to liberation from suffering. Through mindfulness, ethical living, and meditation, wisdom gradually dissolves the mental defilements, leading to greater clarity and inner peace.